Good evening and welcome to Thornton Fractional South High School for tonight's varsity girls basketball matchup between the Vikings of Illiana Christian and the TF South Lady Rebels. Opening tip controlled by the Rebels. Working right to left. Lean-in jumper by number 13, Deja Powell is good, and the Rebels take an early 2-0 lead. Illiana over the timeline. Short jumper is blocked by the Rebels. And now Powell starts back the other way. Drives the lane. Little floater is up and good. 2 quick baskets for the Rebels and an early 4-0 lead. Full court press by the Rebels, and they steal. Here's Powell again driving the lane. Good bounce pass to number 12, Sanaya Payton. She misses it. Goes out of bounds to the Vikings. Vikings in the front court. Bounce pass inside to number 1, Kaylin Towns. Kicks it back to number 13, Lizzie Knott. And her jumper is good, and the lead is cut in half. TF South to the front court. Number 5, Norris Pope. Gives it to 21, Kalia Wilkins. She drives the lane, turns it over. Illiana with the layup. Missed by number 3, Kennedy Gaddis. And the Rebels secure the loose ball. Start back the other direction. Powell to Wilkins, far side. Working against the 2-3 zone. She swings it cross court. Bounce pass inside to Pope is intercepted. And the Vikings start back 3-on-1 the other way. Short layup is missed. But Gaddis got her own rebound and followed it back up. Timeout Rebels. After the timeout, we're back in play. We got a 4-4 game early in the first. Deja Powell to Wilkins' far side. She works against Natalie Scott. Illiana fans shouting for a 5-second call there. They don't get it. And now Powell resets it back top of the key. Works far side on a give and go to number 12, Sanaya Payton. Her layup is good. And the Rebels back. Now the inbounds pass is stolen by Powell. She works to get it inside, and we have a jump ball. Tie up, and the arrow goes to the Illiana Christian Vikings. Number 22, Kaylee Evers into the front court. Good bounce pass to number 1, Kaylin Towns. Towns layup, ties it up at 6. Good pace here early, both teams up and down the floor and making most of their shots. Now a cross-court pass is secured by Wilkins. She gets it to Payton, who drives, hits the side of the backboard, no good. And the Vikings start back over the timeline. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Number 1, Towns drives baseline, kicks it across. Little left-handed floater is missed and knocked out of bounds. Illiana still has it. Soft inbounds pass is stolen. The Rebels have a 2-on-1. And Deja Powell with the layup. Rebels again up by 2. Now Illiana right back the other direction. Looking to work the ball inside. They swing it far side. Now a short jumper by Olivia Wegner is good. And we're tied at 8. That was Kaylee Evers, I apologize, for the Vikings. Now Powell near side. Gets it to Payton, who tries to kick it over to the corner. Goes out of bounds, and the Vikings take over. 3:45 left first quarter. We're knotted up at 8. Now, Kaylee Evers right into a double team, and after the Illiana timeout, I should say turnover, the Rebels take over. Sanaya Payton, top of the key, kicks it near side to Powell. She swings it back to Payton, works it inside to number 15, Destiny Batiste. Good ball movement there by the Rebels results in a layup. And the Rebels back up by 2. Now the Vikings in the front court. Number 3, Gaddis. Gets it to 22 Evers. Her 3 is long, but the Vikings secure the rebound. Now Evers with the ball again. Drives. And she draws the foul. Kaylee Evers at the line will be shooting 2. Chance to tie it up here with just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. First free throw by Evers is up, on the way, and good. Gives us a chance to mention the Illiana Christian coaches, head coach Lisa Blocker, and she's assisted by Erinn, Behn, and Tom Knapper. Second free throw by Evers is on the way, and it is also good, and we're knotted up at 10. Rebels into the front court. Deja Powell works to Wilkins' far side. And we have a turnover on the Rebels. Illiana will take over. Now it's number 3, Gaddis. She decides to put up the 3. In and out, no good. Rebound. Looks like a jump ball, and it is, and that should go to the Rebels. It's Kyla Wilkins bringing the ball up for the Rebels. Her initial pass goes to the near side. Now Wilkins gets it back. Gets her own pass. Her layup is no good. And traveling violation on Powell. She moved both feet. Illiana ball. Rebels still aggressive. Half-court trap right now, and they knock it out of bounds. Stays with Illiana. Inbounds pass is loose, and it is secured by the Rebels. Here comes Deja Powell ahead to Wilkins. The little layup is good. Kyla Wilkins gives the Rebels the lead. And now Illiana inbounding in the front court. Inside to Gaddis. She's trapped in the corner, but is able to get the ball out. And now the pass from number 23, Scott, was intercepted. Leads to a foul, and TF South has the ball. 1:49 left, first quarter. Cross-court pass to Powell is intercepted, and now the Vikings start back. Lizzie Knott pulls the ball back out. Working against Deja Powell. Comes around a screen, kicks it to the corner. Good ball fake there. Gets the short jumper to number 1, Kaylin Towns, and it's good. And again, both teams shooting well here in the first quarter. We've got ourselves a 12-12 tie. Powell near side to Peyton. Swings it across the court to Powell. Inside to number 20, Lindsay Hodges. And her short jumper is good. 1 minute left in the first quarter of play. It's 22 Evers driving, and a double dribble violation is called. Coach Tim Russell from TF South eager to help the official with that call, and he got it. And now the Rebels work back. Far side pass to Destiny Batiste, gets it to Peyton. Now to Powell, tries to get it inside to number 5, Norris Pope, and she's fouled. That will send Norris Pope to the line. Again, mentioned in the TF South Rebels staff, I mentioned head coach Tim Russell, and he's assisted by Eric Bryce, Aubrey Colvin, and Shane Mosel. First one up and on the way for Pope, and it's good. Rebels now lead 15-12, chance to extend it to 4. Pope at the line, up on the way, and it is good. 16-12, TF South. Just under 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Illiana back the other way. Great bounce pass from Knott inside to Natalie Scott, and she's fouled. Really good bounce pass there. Leads to 2 free throws for Natalie Scott. First one on the way is perfect. Natalie Scott about to shoot the second one on the way, a bit long. The rebound pops out, but it's secured by Illiana. Now a good cross-court pass inside to Kaylin Towns, and she went up and was fouled. Illiana doing a nice job particularly with bounce passes in the first quarter, being able to work the ball inside and across the lane, and that's leading to some free throw opportunities for the Vikings. Kaylin Towns shooting 2. First one's up and good. Cuts the deficit to 2. And now Towns, the senior, getting ready for the second. It's on its way, and it's long. The rebound pulled down by Lindsay Hodges, and here come the Rebels. Payton inside to, Powell inside to Payton. That shot was long. And now Deja Powell back top of the key. Coming up on 10 seconds left in the quarter. Cross-court pass from Batiste is intercepted. Back the other way are the Vikings. The short layup, it is good by Lizzie Knott, and that's going to end our first quarter of play. A really good first quarter. Both teams shooting well, and at the end of one, the score, Illiana Christian 16, TF South 16. Second quarter of play underway, and Illiana has the ball. We're tied at 16. Lizzie Knott to the free throw line. Great bounce pass inside. The short little layup is good. That's Kaylin Towns off another really good bounce pass by the Vikings. And they have their first lead of the ball game at 18-16. Now the Rebels working against the Illiana zone. Swing it far side. Kayla Wilkins inside passed. Short jumper missed by Pope. Rebound, 2 rebounds. 2 putbacks by Lindsay Hodges. Neither one went, but the Rebels maintained possession. And now the inbounds pass is knocked around. The Rebels secure it. Here's Wilkins. Her 3 is no good. And Illiana comes down with the rebound, but dribbles it right off their shoe, and TF South will get it back. Deja Powell, top of the key, swings near side. Now it returns to Powell. Inside pass. Ooh, bounced around off a couple hands. Knocked out by Illiana. The Rebels have it. Again, that's 2 or 3 inbounds passes the Rebels have had trouble securing. There's a good pass inside by Powell. The layup is missed. And now it's Lizzie Knott on the way. She headbands it to number 2, Olivia Wagner. The layup was missed. And now the Rebels right back the other way. Kalaya Wilkins with the layup. And we are back tied at 18. Illiana works against a half-court trap. Double team. And number 3, Kennedy Gaddis smartly bounces it off a Rebel defender. They maintain possession. Illiana looking to set up their offense here. Kick the ball far side, return pass. Leads to a jumper by Evers, which is way long. Rebound comes back to the Vikings. Kick it out to number 3, Kennedy Gaddis. Her shot is off the mark. Rebound is blocked. Put back by 22 Evers is no good. Several chances there for the Vikings. Couldn't get it, but they still have the ball. Towns tried to force it inside, and it's going to lead to a short layup for the Rebels. Number 12, Sanaya Payton, hanging out in the front court. Got the pass and gave the Rebels a 2-point lead. Now Lizzie Knott, top of the key, works against Norris Pope for the Rebels. Goes far side, now swings it to 22 Evers. She's guarded by Pope, drives the lane, puts up a bank shot, no good. Good rebound by Lindsay Hodges, and the Rebels start back. They don't have numbers, so Deja Powell pulls it up, launches the 3, and it is good. Our first 3-pointer of the evening gives the Rebels a 23-18 lead. Now the trap leads to a turnover. It's Deja Powell headmanning. Oh, good pass there for Pope. Just bounced off her fingers. And Illiana gets the ball in the turnover, now brings it back front court. Blocking foul on TF South. That's on number 12, Sanaya Payton. Illiana down 5 with 4.5 left in the first half. Kennedy Gaddis for 3. Off, no good. Rebound, Pope for the Rebels. She kicks it to Payton. Check that, Powell. Another pass inside, off the fingertips, but Gaddis secures it. Swings it across the court to Sanaya Payton. And the ball goes out of bounds to the Rebels. Again, Rebels having trouble on that inbounds pass under the Illiana basket. And now as Illiana tries to go to the basket, we've got a jump ball. And TF South has the possession. Deja Powell, front court, works against the zone, swings it to Destiny Batiste, far side. She tried to get it into Payton. Ball on the floor, loose ball. We've got a scramble. And the jump ball this time, the arrow goes to the Vikings. Illiana brings it up against pressure. Jump pass is knocked away by Wilkins. Now it's Powell, drives the lane. Short jumper, no good. Rebound is up and good by Lindsay Hodges. Rebels by 7 here with 3.5 to go in the first half. 25-18. Number 13 for Illiana, Lizzie Knott drives the lane. She's fouled, and she'll head to the line. 2 shots coming. Leading scorers so far for the Rebels, Deja Powell has 9 points. And a couple of Vikings. Lizzie Knott, she now has 5. And Kaylee Evers with 4. Second free throw on the way, and it is off the mark to the right, rebounded by Hodges. Gets it to Powell, and the Rebels start back. Good crossover move by Powell. Drives the lane, misses the runner. Gets her own rebound, pulls it back out. Swings it near side to Gaddis. Thought about a 3, and that little move caused her to shuffle her feet and travel. And Illiana has the ball. They're down 6. Plenty of time here. Still first half for the Vikings. Good bounce pass inside to, I think that was Wegner, and she traveled. A few more turnovers here in the second quarter. First quarter was really well played. Now the cross-court pass into Wilkins. She gets it to number 5, Norris Pope, and her layup is good. And the Rebels now extend it to an 8-point lead, 27-19. And there's an over and back violation. Lizzie Knott was right at the timeline, wasn't sure, and got crossed up. And the Rebels now a chance to get their lead to double digits for the first time tonight. Deja Powell, top of the key, guarded closely. She drives, puts up the floater, it's off, but the rebound by Norris Pope, nobody boxed her out. She was able to gather up the rebound and put it right back in, and the Rebels have their largest lead of the night at 10. And the Rebel pressure starting to wear Illiana down a bit now. That's 3 or 4 turnovers in a row. And now Deja Powell swings it near side to Wilkins, looks inside, trying to get it to Hodges, knocked out of bounds by Natalie Scott. Rebels maintain the ball. There's a good inbounds pass by the Rebels, and it leads to a short little jumper by Deja Powell. And now the Rebels are 31-19 lead with under 2 minutes to play first half. Good kick pass there by Gaddis. Oh, short layup missed by Towns. Oh, the Rebels had the rebound, went off their own feet, and Illiana will take possession. Vikings need a bucket here. Lizzie Knott, kind of an awkward jumper, missed, no good. And the rebound goes to TF South. They head back. Deja Powell, again, inside, little baby jump pass, I should say. Layup is missed, and now Illiana back the other way. Lizzie Knott swings it to Kennedy Gaddis. Now Gaddis pulls it back out top of the key, swings it far side to Evers. Evers uses the screen, drives the lane, puts it up. No good, but a foul is called. Good screen set there by Kaylin Towles. And that freed up Evers to take the jump shot, which she missed, but she was fouled. 2 shots for Evers. First one up and off to the right. Just under a minute to play first half. 31-19 TF South. Game was tied at 18 earlier in the quarter. Good run here by TF South to give them the double-digit lead. Second free throw is good by Evers. 31-20 TF South. Under a minute to go. Deja Powell driving the lane again. She's been able to get in that middle a lot and then kick it back out. This time, the jumper is good, and the Rebels have their largest lead at 13. A foul called there, and we have a 1-and-1. Kaylee Evers at the line shooting the bonus. Might have a lane violation there, and we do. Illiana entered the lane too quickly. Free throw is no good. And now South with the ball, a 13-point lead, and see if they'll hold for one possession here. They did not, but they still maintain possession. It's knocked out of bounds by Illiana. Now Pope gets it to Gaddis. Inside to Hodges. Put the ball on the floor. She probably didn't have to there. Probably could have gone right to the basket. But she did draw the foul, and Lindsay Hodges will head to the line to shoot 2. First one up, rattles in and out, but and drops. 34-20 TF South. Second one up, on the way, and this time it rattles in and out, pulled down by the Vikings. Now it's Lizzie Knott. Good bounce pass. That's what's worked for them. Got it inside to Gaddis, but she missed the layup. And now foul on the Vikings, and the Rebels have just over 10 seconds to extend their lead to 16. Wilkins drives the far side. She's going to take it herself inside, and ball went out of bounds. No foul there. 1/10 of a second, quick jumper. 1/10 isn't a lot of time, and they aren't able to get anything off. Our first half of play is over, and the score at the end of the first half, it is TF South 34, Illiana Christian 20. Second half play underway here at TF South. The Lady Rebels with a 14-point lead and the ball. Lindsay Hodges lost the handle for a minute, but picked up by her teammate, Deja Powell. Now it's Wilkins in the corner, and we've got a 3-second violation call against the Lady Rebels. A turnover to the Vikings. Into the front court is Gaddis, and she's fouled on the inbounds pass. Vikings kick it to the near side. Leads to a little floating jumper that's in and out by Natalie Scott. Vikings get the rebound. Now Gaddis swings it to Knott. Far side to, I think that was Evers, who didn't quite have the handle on it. And now it's turned over to the Rebels. Again, the game was tied at 18 midway through the second quarter. It's been a 16-2 run for the Rebels ever since. Short jumper by Kayla Wilkins is long and pulled down by the Vikings. Good crossover dribble there by Lizzie Knott. Tried to get it to Evers. Went off her fingertips and out of play, and the Rebels will have it. Deja Powell into the front court, kicks it far side to Peyton. Swings cross court to Powell. She's in a crowd, puts up the short jumper and got it. Deja Powell leading all scorers in the game with 13. Illiana has their work cut off for him, down 16. There's a bounce pass inside, went off a knee, thought that'd be a kick, but they didn't call it. And now back the other way. That's Sanaya Payton taking it all the way. Check that. That was Deja Powell. She's now got 15. The Rebels lead by 18. Now here's a 2-point field goal by Illiana, as they need to score in a hurry here and cut this margin down with just under 6 minutes left in the third quarter. That was Lizzie Knott with that 2-pointer. Cross-court pass to Powell. Inside to Pope. Short turnaround, no good. Lindsay Hodges commits the foul over the back, and Illiana has the ball now. Still working against that three-quarter court trap that the Rebels have used effectively, especially in the second quarter. It goes to number 13, Lizzie Knott, and she hits the three-pointer. And the Vikings chip it down to 13. That's 10 for Lizzie Knott in the game. Rebels by 13 with the ball. Powell drives the lane. Short jumper is long off the back rim. And now we got a headman pass, and out in front of the crowd is Kaylee Evers, and she takes it to the basket and scores. And 3 quick baskets here in a row for the Vikings have cut into the lead. What was 18 is down to 11, and now the Rebels have the ball. Inside pass to Lindsay Hodges, who was wide open. Somebody missed an assignment there, and Hodges had the entire far side of the lane to herself and did miss. Now the Vikings back inside, working the ball into number 1, Towns. Gaddis and Towns play catch. Towns tried to bounce it across the lane to Evers, and it was knocked out by the Rebels. 4:36 left, third quarter, Rebels by 13. Jump shot by Towns is long and is pulled down by the Rebels. And here they come right to left. Still working against the zone. Payton, inside pass to Hodges again. Tipped around off the hand of Hodges, and Illiana has it. Changed their approach. Now they got a lady inside. It's number 1, Towns. She misses the short layup. That would have been a big basket there. Now the Rebels back trying to convert. And it's Lindsay Hodges, strong to the basket. No good. Rebound by Powell was long. Here's a three-pointer from Wilkins that bounces off the rim and out of bounds to the Vikings. TF South 40, Illiana 27 here midway through the third quarter of play. Illiana into the front court. Double team there, and we have a reach-in foul on the Rebels. Now Natalie Scott into the lane, kicks it to Towns. Good ball fake. And too good a ball fake, traveling violation. Moved her feet. And the Rebels have the ball and a 13-point lead. Deja Powell swings it near side to Batiste. Now she gets it back. It goes up with the left hand, long off the backboard. Rebounded by Illiana. Now they've got numbers. 3 Rebels are still in the backcourt. Lizzie Knott crosses over and loses control of the ball. Goes out of play. TF South takes it. Deja Powell gets it to Payton, far side. Inside to Batiste, and the jumper is good. Destiny Batiste with her 4th point of the game, and the Rebels back to a 15-point lead. Kaylee Evers to Kennedy Gaddis. Long three-pointer is off the rim, no good. Pulled down by Batiste, and here come the Rebels. Deja Powell drives the lane, puts it up, no good, but a foul is called. Deja Powell to the line, chance to extend the Rebel lead to 17. First one was up. Shot that really quickly, and it was short off the front rim. Still got one left. Again, Powell leads all scorers with 15 points in the game. Misses both free throws here, and the rebound pulled down by Towns. Stolen away by Powell, drives the lane, little layup, no good. And this time, the foul is on TF South, loose ball foul on the rebound. Illiana has it with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Now it's inside to Kaylin Towns, her little jumper, no good, but the foul is on Kalia Wilkins for the Rebels. That's going to send Towns to the line where she'll shoot 2. Illiana's been able to get the ball inside several times tonight. The bounce passing has been very effective, but they haven't been able to finish at the rim. Here's Towns with the first one of two is up and good. 42-28 TF South. Number 25, Chantel Richardson checks in for the Rebels. And now Kaylin Towns set to shoot. Second one up on the way, bit long, and it bounces to Deja Powell. She's one-on-one, kind of cross-dribbled and off her own foot. Turnover to the Vikings. Now the headband pass. Little baby jumper by Lizzie Knott is good. And it's 42-30 Rebels with 1:45 remaining in the third. Top of the key jumper by Sanaya Payton is long. The rebound knocked out by the Rebels. Illiana will take over. Still plenty of time for the Vikings. Still got a quarter and some more to play. Only down 12. Now far side, that's Natalie Scott. Kicks into the corner. Return pass to Natalie Scott. Don't know if she was expecting that. Got it back and kind of awkwardly shot it. Got her own rebound and then was fouled. And she'll head to the line to shoot two. Chance to cut the deficit to 10. Natalie Scott. First one up on the way. Oh, in and out, no good. Still has one remaining. Second free throw for Scott. Up and good. TF South 42, Illiana 31. Approaching 1 minute to play in the third. Wilkins, long entry pass. Tried to get it to Norris Pope. Pass was way off the mark, and the Vikings have it. Illiana down by 18 at one point has cut it to 11. And here's Towns kicking it out to Gaddis. Now Gaddis top of the key to Evers. Works to Lizzie Knott near side. Back to Evers, who drives the lane and hits the little short jumper. And Illiana has cut the lead back to single digits. 42-33 TF South. Wilkins to Pope cross court. She tries to go up with it and can't. And Towns with the rebound. And here come the Vikings again, going on their own run now. Chance to cut it to even 6 with a three-pointer. Inside, Natalie Scott. Lizzie Knott had the ball stolen by Kyla Wilkins. Oh, she had a lady wide underneath, or wide open underneath, I should say. Was able to save it, and now Wilkins with an off-the-mark three. And so Illiana still has time here, just under 10 seconds in the third quarter. See if the Rebels pressure or let them bring it up. South stays in that trap. Ball into the corner. Ooh, knocked out a good play there by Chantel Richardson. Illiana had a girl wide open on the other side. Little inbounds pass. Kaylin Towns had her hands on it. And Lizzie Knott tried to throw it up at the end of the quarter. No good. We're through 3 quarters of play. And our score, TF South 42, Illiana Christian 33. We are back here at TF South High School, 4th quarter of play beginning. The Rebels lead 42-33 over Illiana Christian. Quick steal by Deja Powell. She's going to take it to the basket. Her runner is up and no good. Gets her own rebound, however. Swings it to Kyla Wilkins, top of the key, to Sanaya Payton. Her three is off the mark, but she also gets her own rebound. And now the inside pass to Norris Pope. Her shot is blocked, and Illiana has it. But a long pass goes way out of bounds, and TF South gets it back. TF South 42, Illiana 33. Sanaya Payton near court swings it to Powell, far side, to Wilkins at the top of the key. A long three, probably ill-advised. Ball goes out of bounds. and it stays with the Rebels. Now Sanaya Payton, top of the key. Little short running jumper is way long. Rebound is secured by Richardson. And we've got a whistle off the ball.
Number 3 is at the line for
And it's Illiana will now be shooting. They are in the bonus. And number 3, Kennedy Gaddis, shooting 1-1. First one's up and good. And what was an 18-point deficit is down to 8. Kennedy Gaddis has one more, and she can cut it to 7 as Illiana continues to chip away here. Second one's up and good. 42-35 Rebels. Been a couple of runs here. One for the Rebels through the second quarter, and now one for Illiana midway through the third, leading into the fourth. Now here's Lindsay Hodges. Good inside pass from Powell, and she makes the layup. Rebels needed that basket, and they extend the lead to 9. Now Lizzie Knott breaks the double team, has it stolen away. Ball on the floor. I think that's Powell and Evers battling, and the arrow goes to... TF South was given a timeout before the jump ball was called, and so the Rebels have the ball. Dijah Powell, far side, looking to get it in. Now kicks it back to Wilkins, top of the key. Powell not in a hurry. Now she drives baseline, tries to bounce pass it to Hodges. It's knocked away. And now as Illiana started up the floor, Powell reached in and was able to knock the ball out. Leads to a steal, and here's Powell for a long three that's off the mark. Pulled down by Pope. And now as Sanaya Payton started to drive to the basket, she's called for a travel. So Illiana has it down 9. Works against that Rebel three-quarter trap. Here's Lizzie Knott into the lane. Little jumper is no good. Rebound fought for and pulled down by Pope. And now Dijah Powell back the other way. Almost loses it, but gets the ball near side to Gaddis. Long pass for Powell is intercepted, and it's Lizzie Knott left-handed to the basket and good. Lizzie Knott with the steal and score. TF South 44, Illiana 37. Powell swings it to Gaddis near side. Inside pass for Hodges is knocked away, and Kaylin Towns with the steal and able to get it to Knott. Now she brings it back. Knott is feeling it. She drives the basket, misses the layup. Ooh, Gaddis fell down. Ball's not out of bounds. I'm not sure how. And here come the Rebels. Wilkins to the lane, left-handed layup. Is no good, but she's fouled. Fouls on Natalie Scott, her second. And it will send Kalaya Wilkins to the line. First one up. And good. 44, I think that's 45-37. Rebels with 4:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Second one by Wilkins is also good. Rebels extended back to 9. Now Illiana right back the other way. And Kaylee Evers, as Illiana got down the floor quickly, hit the jump shot. Vikings down 7. Now Powell looks to run the offense, gets it to Wilkins' far side. Cross-court pass to Powell, who drives the elbow, puts up the floater, misses it. And the Vikings with the rebound, chance to cut it to possibly 4 here. Natalie Scott gets it to Lizzie Knott, and the three-pointer is good. And what was a TF South 18-point lead has been whittled down to 4 with just over 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dijah Powell drives, tries to get it to Hodges. It's knocked away. And here comes Knott. She is feeling it. Little layup is no good. And on the rebound, Kaylin Towns was fouled. And that is going to send Towns to the line with a chance to cut it to 2. First one is no good, and the rebound Nicely secured by Lindsey Hodges. Rebels have gone cold from the field here after really shooting well in the first quarter and most of the second as well. Now Powell kicks it to Peyton. Peyton drives the elbow. Wild shot out of control. Rebound pulled down by Towns. Here come the Vikings. Lizzie Knott drives the left side, and her shot is blocked by Dijah Powell. Now the Rebels start back the other way. Powell's into the lane. Layup is no good and knocked out of bounds, but the Rebels still have it. Just over 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter of play. Here's Wilkins with a short jumper, no good. And Illiana has the ball, and they have a chance to cut it to 2 or 1. Here's a wild shot by Evers. I think she thought someone was going to come up and challenge her. Never happened. She just kind of threw it up. Rebels with the rebound, and now Dijah Powell tries to settle it down front court. Gets the return pass from Wilkins. Peyton top of the key to Wilkins' far side, inside to Lindsey Hodges. She goes up, rattled in and out, no good. Hodges gets her own rebound, and it won't go again. Third time is the charm for Lindsey Hodges as she worked hard there to get 2 offensive rebounds, and that third shot went in for her. Big bucket there for the Rebels. They lead by 6. Now it's Knott in the front court. Tries to work it inside. Now Kennedy Gaddis back top of the key, trying to cross over Powell. And she got a little too cute, traveled with the ball. And with just over 2 minutes remaining in the fourth, the Rebels have the ball and a 6-point lead. Kyla Wilkins front court. Now gets it back on a cross-court pass, trying to work it inside to Pope. She swings it back to Wilkins, who drives left side, and kind of a short hook shot. No good. Rebound by Hodges, also no good. And it's knocked out of bounds to the Vikings. Long inbounds pass by Illiana is stolen by Lindsey Hodges for the Rebels. And now the Rebels have the lead and some clock to work with. 1:40 left in the fourth. Dijah Powell to the free throw line. Kicks it to Peyton, far side. Now gets it back. She works one-on-one against Gaddis. Here's Powell, drives the lane. It's up long. Rebound is fought for and pulled out by Lizzie Knott. Now Knott ahead to Kaylee Evers, and she's fouled as she takes it to the bucket. Foul on Wilkins will send Kaylee Evers to the line. Chance to cut it to 4 here for the Vikings with just over a minute remaining in the fourth. First free throw up, and it's good. TF South 48, Illiana 43. Evers, second one up on the way. In and out, no good. Good rebound by Lindsey Hodges. Great box out there. Now Powell with the ball, works against the double team, and now Illiana may have to start fouling to send South to the line. They only have 3 team fouls, so they've got 3 more to give before they get to the bonus. Now Powell works against the double team, gets it to Wilkins. And a quick reach-in foul is called against Kennedy Gaddis. That's 4 on the Vikings in this half. Pope, the inbounds pass. Not sure how that's not over and back. The ball was clearly in the front court. Got a break there for the Rebels. And now I believe the officials may have caught that infraction. No, they. I thought that's what it was. Clearly an over and back that was missed. And so the Rebels maintain possession. Quick reach-in foul by Lizzie Knott. That's 5 now on the Vikings. Check that, make it 6. So the next one will send TF South to the line. Sometimes you get in that trick basket when you don't have a lot of team fouls, and now you need to foul. You have to commit several just to get the team that's ahead to the line so you can stop the clock. And we've reached that point now, and it will be Kyla Wilkins Heading to the charity stripe, the Rebels with a 5-point lead. And Wilkins looking to extend that with just under a minute left in the fourth quarter. Wilkins takes her time. First one up on the way, and the form is perfect. So's the result, 49-43. TF South. Second one for Wilkins on the way. That one's short, pulled down by Powell, though nobody boxed her out. Too good a player to leave open. Good decision there by Wilkins not to take the basket. She pulled it back out. Realizing the clock is her friend right now. And she will head back to the line and be shooting 1-1. First one's up and long. And again, Powell, almost the exact same as the prior occurrence. Worked across the lane, got the rebound. Nobody boxed her out. And it's going to lead to free throws this time for Dijah Powell. Dijah Powell leads all scorers with 15. Leads all TF South scorers with 15. She misses the 1-1, but the rebound is pulled down, this time by South. Now Wilkins, and she's fouled by number 1, Kaylin Towns. And Illiana's had several opportunities here on missed 1-1s, and they haven't been able to box out. So give TF South credit for the good offensive rebounding. Then the reward for that is to head back to the line, and this time it's a two-shot situation. The first one up for Wilkins is good. The Rebels extend their lead to 50-43. Second one up for Wilkins is short. And Powell almost got the rebound again, but this time Illiana maintains it. Kennedy Gaddis working against the double team. South with the full court press, and it's working here. Wilkins wisely pulls it back out. Ball knocked out of bounds by Lizzie Knott, and the Rebels maintain it with 17 seconds left in the fourth. And it looks like Illiana not going to foul anymore. Kalia Wilkins going to dribble it out, I believe, just under 10 seconds to go. And the TF South Lady Rebels were challenged by Illiana in this second half. What was an 18-point lead was whittled down to 2 by the Vikings, but they were never able to tie it. TF South able to extend the lead with some effective offensive rebounding and some solid free throw shooting down the stretch. And your final score this evening is TF South 50, Illiana 43. I am Ken Reynolds, and you've been watching another presentation of LNN Channel 4 Sports.